Imagine an invisible enemy, a silent adversary that creeps up on you without you realizing it until it's too late to protect yourself. Unfortunately, this is what happened to Bruce Willis. Today, I want to talk to you about this terrible enemy that struck and defeated him. This enemy is dementia, which affects around 8% of the population over the age of 60. Bruce, a true cinema legend, faced this devastating diagnosis head-on. Bruce Willis's fronto-temporal dementia progressed very quickly, forcing him to end an extraordinary career. His family chose to make Bruce's struggle public, hoping to shine a spotlight on this disease. Watch this video until the end, because what I'm about to share could completely change the way you think about this sneaky and little-known disease. The human brain is probably the most wonderful organ in the known universe. It is the most complex thing we know of, and nothing has yet managed to equal its power and capabilities. It is a shame that this is precisely the organ dementia attacks, said Pauline Neville-Jones, a former British diplomat and member of the House of Lords. This quote highlights how tragic it is that such an extraordinary organ is defenseless and can be devastated by dementia. But let's start from the beginning. What is dementia? Dementia is a term that describes a general and progressive decline in mental faculties, which negatively affects the daily life of those who suffer from it. This decline is due to damage to brain cells, which impairs their ability to communicate properly with each other, causing dysfunction in the areas of the brain responsible for vital functions such as memory, language, reasoning, and visual perception. To be classified as dementia, there must be dysfunction in at least two of these mental faculties. Typically, symptoms begin mildly but gradually progress, severely affecting the person's quality of life. One of the first areas of the brain to be affected is the hippocampus, which is responsible for learning and memory, which is why one of the first symptoms is memory loss. The stigma around dementia makes those affected feel ashamed or embarrassed to seek help or talk about it. We need to change this narrative, says Maria Shriver, journalist and advocate for Alzheimer's research. This statement urges us to consider the importance of addressing dementia with openness and understanding. But what are the causes of dementia? The damage to brain cells is the primary cause of dementia. This damage interferes with the cell's ability to communicate with each other, causing dysfunction in the affected areas of the brain. Depending on the region of the brain affected, dementia can impair the ability to think, communicate, perceive stimuli, or behave appropriately. Different types of dementia are associated with different types of damage. For example, in Alzheimer's disease, the presence of certain proteins at high concentrations, both inside and outside the brain cells, disrupts communication between them, preventing them from performing their functions properly. Unfortunately, up until now, the changes caused by dementia seem to be irreversible and tend to worsen over time. But let's look at the types of dementia we know of. The term dementia encompasses a variety of conditions, each with specific characteristics. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia, accounting for about 60% of cases. It primarily affects recent episodic memory, and in its advanced stages, it can manifest with language deficits, difficulty performing voluntary movements, and spatiotemporal disorientation. Vascular dementia is caused by a reduction or blockage of blood supply to the brain, often due to strokes or atherosclerosis. It is the second most common form of dementia and can be prevented by addressing risk factors such as diet and physical exercise. Another variant is Lewy body dementia, a neurodegenerative form characterized by the progressive loss of neurons in specific regions of the central nervous system. Symptoms include cognitive, motor, and behavioral problems, with earlier progression than other dementias. Then there is cortico-basal degeneration, a rare form of dementia that affects the central nervous system, characterized by coordination deficits, speech disorders, visual and behavioral issues. Finally, Frontotemporal dementia affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain, primarily influencing behavior, personality, and language abilities. This is the type of dementia that struck Bruce Willis. It typically appears in people between the ages of 45 and 60, and although there is no definitive cure, symptoms can be alleviated with specific treatments. But what is the difference between Alzheimer's and dementia? While dementia is a general term describing a set of symptoms caused by progressive cognitive decline, Alzheimer's is a specific form of dementia. Alzheimer's is characterized by a progressive loss of memory and cognitive deterioration that worsens over time. The key message of this video, however, is to emphasize the importance of prevention and the possibility of intervening with lifestyle changes long before symptoms appear. Prevention is crucial because the brain, despite having some regenerative capacity, cannot recover like other organs once damage is done. For this reason, it is essential to adopt preventive strategies, regardless of age, to avoid brain breakdown. Dr. Dale-Bredesen, one of the world's leading experts in this field, is a neurologist and researcher who authored the book, The End of Alzheimer's, in which he outlines an innovative approach to combat Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. His protocol is based on a combination of strategies involving diet, lifestyle, and the integration of essential nutrients. Here are the main points. 1. Ketogenic-diet. The core of Dr. Bredesen's protocol is a low-carb, high-healthy-fat diet, very similar to the ketogenic diet. This is because healthy fats are essential for the brain. Instead of relying on carbohydrates as the primary energy source, our brain can greatly benefit from using ketones produced when we consume fats. This helps reduce brain inflammation and improve cognitive function. Examples of healthy fats include extra virgin olive oil, omega-3 rich fish like salmon, avocado, and nuts, walnuts, almonds, etc. 2. Sugar and carbohydrates. Another key element of the protocol is drastically reducing the consumption of sugars and refined carbohydrates. These foods can cause insulin spikes, promoting inflammation and the risk of developing insulin resistance, a factor closely linked to cognitive decline and dementia. The goal is to maintain stable blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity. 3. Vitamin D. This vitamin is crucial for brain health. Dr. Bredesen emphasizes that optimal levels of this vitamin can help prevent cognitive decline. Many people suffer from vitamin D deficiency, so it is important to take specific supplements or ensure sufficient sun exposure. 4. Sleep and stress management. It's not just about diet. According to Dr. Bredesen, quality sleep and stress reduction are essential for maintaining a healthy brain. Sleep is when the brain repairs and detoxifies itself. His advice is to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night, and also to find effective ways to manage stress, such as meditation, yoga, or regular physical exercise. 5. Physical and mental activity. Finally, Dr. Bredesen's protocol also includes a component of physical and mental exercise. Regular physical activity, especially aerobic exercise, improves blood flow to the brain and promotes the growth of new neural connections. At the same time, keeping the mind active through reading, logic games, or learning new skills can help maintain cognitive functions in excellent shape. Dr. Bredesen's protocol is certainly valid for preventing degenerative brain diseases, but in fact, his protocol consists of excellent advice for a healthy diet that can be adopted at any age, regardless of health status. In conclusion, dementia is a complex, multifactorial disease, but with the right information and preventive strategies, it is possible to improve the quality of life for those who already suffer from it and significantly reduce the risk of developing this condition. Bruce Willis's story shows us how important prevention is. Investing in brain health today is essential to ensuring a long, healthy, and meaningful life. With the aging population increasing worldwide, Dementia is set to become a condition that will impact millions of people, with devastating consequences on many levels of society. For this reason, it is essential to adopt a lifestyle that prevents the onset of this disease and promotes a healthy and long life. But lifestyle and mental exercises may not be enough. From some perspectives, dementia could be more than just a medical condition. It could represent the symptom of a lack of purpose in life, the signal of a loss of the deeper meaning of existence. Every illness has a reason, and dementia, beyond the factors mentioned earlier, could reflect the soul's desire to withdraw from an existence devoid of meaning and purpose. Osho, an Indian mystic, said, "Illness is a message, telling us that something within us is not in harmony." According to this view, the soul, finding no more meaning in existence, might choose to leave, leaving behind only an empty body. Therefore, it is not enough to take care of just your physical and mental health. It is equally important to deeply understand the purpose of your existence and take care of your soul. Reflecting on and understanding these dynamics can lead an individual to embark on a journey of self-discovery, a spiritual journey that gives life meaning and value. As the spiritual teacher Jiddu Krishnamurti said, self-understanding is the beginning of wisdom, and it is the beginning of transformation. It is about not wasting your life, but using it to fulfill the divine mission that belongs to us. It is about making the soul feel that the body and mind are on an evolutionary journey, and that life is therefore worth living to the fullest. It is about ensuring that the soul does not want to flee from a life without meaning. So, anyone who wakes up in the morning struggling to find good reasons to get out of bed could embrace this perspective and embark on a spiritual journey, a journey that could transform the second half of life into the most interesting and evolutionary period ever. A journey that also offers the advantage of keeping the risk of developing dementia at bay. Thank you for watching this video until the end. If what you've seen and heard has been helpful, I invite you to like it, subscribe to the Longevity Mastery channel, and share it with those who may benefit from it. Together, we can build a longer, healthier, and happier life, a life that fully embraces the body, mind, and spirit. Remember, longevity is not just about the number of years we live, but the quality with which we live each and every day.